Death blow. Death blow. Death blow.
Hello, this is Aaron, and you are listening to Death Blow Podcast.
Welcome to Death Blow Podcast. Subscribe, like, share, and click the bell to receive notifications about new videos. Spotify and Apple Podcasts to listen to the audio version of all episodes, and Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok for new content. Today I'm talking about an Italian band with a real musical potential. I'm talking about Shardana, a truly unusual name that truly captures the essence of an energetic and unique sound. Now get comfortable, let's get started with the interview. Welcome to Death Blow Podcast. It's a nice pleasure to have you here today. And so how is it going, man?
Oh, it's going fun. We just had a gig on this Saturday, a festival here in Sardinia. We were supporting Sinister, the death metal band, and it was very cool. It was very, very cool, and so we had fun.
So I present myself, I am Darkel, and I am the admin of Death Blow Podcast, a podcast about extreme metal. So I would like to start this interview with an introduction of you about your band. How did you meet, guys, and why did you choose the name Shardana?
Okay. So the band formed in 2008, and we were initially a four-piece band. So I am the singer. My name is Aaron, and I'm also the bassist of the band. By the way, time passed, and I decided to step back on the bass and took the instrument for another one. So now we are a five-piece band, and we took the name Shardana because we were very into the folk metal bands that period, and we want to integrate the sound like Turisas or Ensiferum band like that. But also we had a very wide background, so we like thrash metal bands, power metal bands, black and death metal bands. So, and also heavy metal. So we would try to merge everything. And that's the start. And Shardana was a name of an ancient name from the so-called the sea people that lived on the Mediterranean Sea. It was like a pirate in the Bronze Age. So it was a very cool name for us, and they related to Sardinia because one of the it is not very sure, but maybe they're from Sardinia, and we had several proofs of that, but it's not very historically sure, accurate. But it was a cool name though, so we thought that was a good name for a metal band, and we keep it.
Your work reflects a lot of Italian history, like you were telling before. And Sardinia in particular. Why this connection to this land?
But well, it's our land, so everyone is from Sardinia, and we think that it's important to be connected to our history, ancient or modern, and we want to talk about it because we think it's important. We don't want to talk just to our land. We have several songs about books and stuff like that, movies, but we want to keep this connection from our land because it's important. We have our native language that is different from Italian. Sardinian is another dialect, is a native language that comes from Latin, so we want, and that's why we use them on several our songs.
That's particular. I never knew a band that used the Sardinian land as a concept. I find this very rare in metal community.
Yeah, maybe because we are a little island, but there are several bands. We are not the first, absolutely not. There are, I think maybe you know the band Vulture, uh, black metal band from Sardinia, and I suggested to you. And also rock band like Kanzaneke use Sardinian as a language. So it's also a political choice, if you we can say that, because we suffered colonization in the last century. So Italian government at the time discouraged the use of native language, and so we have to fight this because we have in our minds to use Italian, but these last decades the people just take back Sardinian and use it on regular terms for everything in life. They try to decolonize themselves. So I think this is a part of the process, and that's it.
This new work is called The Monarch. What can you say about this new work?
Okay, so the Monarch, we are very proud of it, and we are so happy. It's not a concert, but several songs are connected though. So it's the Monarch is the representation of time, and it's the figure on the cover art. So it's a celebration of the struggle of humans against time, and there are several songs inside that in some way took this theme and tried to expand it. So this is the main connection to songs.
Oh,
And
okay.
it's, we try to be it's a natural process, but it became a more aggressive record than the previous one, and we good of it. So we are happy of this solution. It's not planned. Okay, we just arrived there, and we are very happy of the result.
Lyrically, now I would like that you would explain about the lyrics. What does he mostly deal with in this album, and why did you want to talk about these themes?
Okay, it is not planned, but as it is, just the songs when we are just rehearsing, we are practicing, and the songs came up. I thought that I start to write lyrics, song by song, and then I realized that was a lot of a lot of things about time, about the passing of time, about the decisions, about stuff like that, and that's the concept come up. And so okay, let's name the record The Monarch, and it's also a song's name. And that's it's not a decision, just came up like that. And there are several songs about comics or books. There are a song about I don't know if you know the writer Michael Moorcock. is
No.
is an English writer of the most famous in the 70s and the 80s. But if you know bands like City Tungol, and they talk, or Domina, they talk about his books, and also about, and I don't know if you know the comic Sandman by Neil Gaiman.
No, I don't know.
Okay. A song about that, and we made a song about the situation of the coal mine workers in Sardinia, and inspired also by history, but it's also inspired by a movie that talk about that period of time. So there are different topics, and we just try to merge them inside a record and make it listenable, make it coherent. you know.
So you started in 2008, your band.
Yeah.
From then until now, how much has your sound changed? How is it evolved?
It changed a lot because we were younger. There was different lineup changes over time, and we were more experienced. Now we grew up, and we are um, our sound is changed in a way. Just not the question to the matter to be aggressive or not. Just a matter of quality of sound of our gears, and how to where mix and where to master the record. Now we are more more capable and more experienced. And that's a matter of experience. We are more sure how do things, and I think you can listen to the record as well.
Right now, reading a little bit the questions that I have right now, I would like to dive mostly about to share the stage with different artists. And I have read a lot about that you have shared the stage with major artists like Ginger, Destruction, and Marduk. How did you feel in that moment to have shared this place with different bands?
I think it's a great opportunity for a band like us, because in that situation you have you can play in huge stages, and the crowd is you're not the main course, but you're just an appetizer, and you have to entertain, and you have to do a good show, despite the fact they're not for you probably there. But for us, it's every time a great opportunity, and it was also last Saturday with Sinister. So, we had a good time, and when you play at your best and you give everything, the crowd always responds well. So we are every time we are excited when we have to play with big names and small names as well, because when you play with different kind of bands is always a good thing, because you can share time with them. We can share experiences. You make new friends, and that's cool.
From what I know is that Marduk is a black metal band, which is a little bit different from your own sound. But to share the stage with a band like Marduk, with that they are very provocative and stuff like that. And how were they backstage, for example? Did you have an experience that they would have been nice guys or very evil, like they want to appear on stage?
No, they're very shy in a way. They were in a separate backstage, so we don't have to. We don't manage to know them. So they just went on stage and crushed the stage. But when they went down, there was no interaction. So I can answer you to that. I'm sorry.
No problem. It's okay. I sometimes like to dive mostly about it because Norwegians or Swedish people are usually very, very shy. So I wanted to know if they would have been more talkative or less talkative,
I don't know. Maybe they're shy because they don't interact when we were near the stage. So maybe I can confirm.
Yeah.
No comment.
Yeah. About instead your musical influences, What
Mhm.
inspired you to write the album? Talking about musical influences, especially right now.
Mm, maybe this, maybe our guitarist can answer mm, better than me, but we have a common ground together. Is it's not just one band or another, but we have uh, different bands. We listen. We are fan of several bands, but if I have to point to some band, maybe now we are into Behemoth, and even we are playing that Blackened Death Metal. Let me use this label. We are also different passages, different riffs that I think they are more inspired by bands like Mastodon or Gojira. Well, while in the previous albums we were more inspired by heavy metal or bands like Primordial, like especially the previous one. But that's it. And for my voice, I don't have a specific. I inspired by different voices because I really like different voices. So my biggest inspirations are singers like Hansi Koch from Black Guardian, but also Matthew Barlow from Ice Dirt, Phil Anselmo from Pantera. What else I can say? Um, you know, Dave Vincent from Morbid Angel.
Yeah.
So I have different influences, but I don't want to yeah, imitate people. I'm trying to find my way all these years to express myself in a way that is recognizable somewhere.
Yeah, for example, about Behemoth, I noticed, especially on your vocals, your tendency to be very similar to Nergal, because musically I noticed that the voice was very similar to Behemoth, and I think
Oh,
that
cool.
I noticed that
Thank you.
during the process while I was listening your album,
Hmm.
I was listening more and more these Behemoth influences in almost every single song.
Okay, cool. You, for me, it's not intentional, but that's cool to hear. So.
Yeah, absolutely. Right now, about the cover art of the Monarch, can you explain more that and how did you work on that cover art?
We were very, very, very lucky because we have a friend that is a digital illustrator and also a tattooer and a guitarist. That we were talking with him about the cover album, about the concept, about the fight against time, stuff like that, and he just offered one of his works, and it was just the right cover art with that. Oh, okay, that's it, and maybe just made some little adjustments to this cover art, but it was already there. And the big figure in the cover art, as I said before, is the representation of time, and you see a tiny man in one side of the cover art, and so you can see the proportions between the two figures and the impossible fight against time, and that's a perfect representation of what we want to give to the listener. So
Yeah,
we were very lucky. Our idea was right there.
the fact that the man always fights against time and you cannot control it, it's so common to many people.
Yeah, but it's well, that's our fate. It's everyone's fate. So we have to think about it. I think we don't want to be, I don't know. We just want to, if you want to took the topic and want to think about it, it's fun. Or you can just listen to the album and have fun as well. So music, you can choose what layer you want to assess to enjoy the music. So
Yeah, it's true, because every single person is different, even into
Yeah.
listening one album. Yeah, yeah, and listening to this album, I have to say I really like the guitar sound, these dissonant chords. How did you record the album?
we have our own studio. So we have a practice room, sorry, and our studio. So that in the last studio was when we started, we didn't have a studio like that, but now we have it because our guitarist owns the studio and is a producer, and so he records other bands for living, and he know how to do the job. And also the other guitarist is a sound engineer, so they work together. So we everything you listen to the album is recorded to our studio, and the mixing as well is made by them. The mix is made by Lorenzo, and Lorenzo and Daniele work together for the production of the record. And the master we sent to Audio Siege Studio in Portland, and I think the combination, the mixing of the mix and master and their work, that's why you like the sound so much. There was a lot of work, and we are really happy with the result.
I have another question that is about the Italian metal scene. What do you think about the Italian metal scene in general?
Okay. In general, for us it's like having two different scenes. We have the Sardinian metal scene when we are in, and we have little contacts with the Italian scene, but it's very different for us. So I can talk to you about the Sardinian scene that is very, very strong. There are so many bands that are playing and hanging together and writing cool records, and I can recommend you some bands to listen. And I know different bands from Italy, and from the underground to higher levels, and I think that these last 10 years things are going well. I see different bands. There are more opportunities now than before to express and to play, but there are less. I can explain that there are fewer places to play gigs. That's a problem in Sardinia, and that's a problem also in Italy. So there are fewer gigs to play, and that's a problem because it's very different to book that place in terms to play. So yeah, many bands, but so little places to go. So I think that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Because
yeah, as an Italian, I know, because it's very hard to find places to see bands playing live, and I recognize that there are so many bands that cannot book a gig because people don't want that type of music. People prefer commercial music, So it's a big problem in my opinion.
Yeah.
Depends on how people see it, because major part of Italian people are happy about this condition, but people like me are not so much happy about it.
Me too. I'm not happy as well.
Yeah. Now more personal question about
Oh.
all of you. A more personal question is, when you realize that music is very important for your life?
Maybe as a teenager, and yeah, just as a listener, when I start to listen to metal, I was blew away, literally. And I realized that because at that age, I had already friends who started to play. I want to start to play bass. Okay, I want to start to play guitar. Okay, I am on drums, and all this process was starting, and you have bigger friends, older friends that was already playing, and you start to see local gigs, and you just to think, okay, that's cool, but maybe could I maybe I could do this too. I don't know, but it was just at the time, yeah, because I realized it was fun to play or to play together, and doing stuff like that. So see, yeah, that time was very accessible, because it's not like opera music, or was you literally you can just buy a guitar, and in 1 month of exercise you can already play some punk rock songs, and then you had layers of practice, and just take a microphone and scream everything you want, and that's a a great relief when you are a teenager, I think.
Yeah, it's so cool. It's so cool to play anyway. Even if you are not so good, it's a good cathartic way to.
Who cares if
Yeah,
you're
exactly. Right now, what would you change about the metal scene in general?
tough question.
Yeah, I know.
I don't know. Maybe what I was witnessing is that maybe don't be, we know that the bands, there are too many older bands, maybe great bands like Iron Maiden, Metallica. We want to listen to them, and that's okay. But I'm just starting to realize that there are there is a big gap between them and the other bands,
Yeah.
and the younger bands. So I'm just not talking about myself, because I am old, but I thought that if you think about bands like Slayer, Metallica, Megadeth, when they started, they were very young, and they have the space to play, to travel, and to touring, to have some money to keep in their pockets. And now it's completely different. You have a layer of older metal bands and they are the bigger ones, and they keep the bigger stages, and and then you have everything else, and I think it's very difficult, very hard for everything to start music to start a music business, and to start to reach the higher levels. And maybe if that band started now, they didn't have this opportunity. I don't know, because if you think about people when they 16, 17, and they started the first band, what are the chances to bring them in big stages? It's like zero.
Yeah.
In the 80s, they had a chance.
Yeah, everything has changed about the metal scene. I think that this all of us
For-
could witness that.
Yeah, 40 years ago was driven by young people. Now it's driven by older ones. The same people that was young before, but they're still there.
It's true.
I don't know. I like them. I like them very much. But maybe there's something is going very wrong now
Yes.
because everything is the system is protecting itself.
Yeah.
And metal was born to destroy systems. So
Yeah.
something went wrong.
Add something to finish this interview, something you want to say to the public?
Oh, okay. Thank you very much, guys, for having me and having Shardana and for share our records. I hope you like it and enjoy music and have fun. Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Bye.
Bye. And that's all for today on Death Blow Podcast. Subscribe, like and share and click on the bell to receive notifications about new videos. Spotify and Apple Podcast to listen to the audio version of all episodes, and Instagram, Facebook and TikTok for new content. See you soon, guys!